Are you ready for some life-changing news? After months of waiting and countless questions from seniors, retirees, and disability beneficiaries across the country, it is finally confirmed on September 21, 2025. Social Security will deliver $5,100 new checks, and this comes with one of the biggest raises in SSI and SSDI benefits we've seen in years. This isn't speculation. This isn't rumor. This is official. Millions of Americans who rely on Social Security to survive month after month are about to see a boost that could ease the crushing pressure of rising prices, medical bills, and everyday expenses. For too long, beneficiaries have been left wondering if help would ever come. But now we have the answer. This change is real, it's coming soon, and it could mean more stability, more security, and more dignity for those who need it most. If you depend on Social Security or know someone who does, you cannot afford to miss what I'm about to share. This update could reshape the financial future of millions, and today we're going to break down exactly what's happening, who qualifies, and what this means for you and your family. When it comes to Social Security, seniors and millions of Americans across the country know just how important every update can be. These programs are not just numbers or government policies, they are lifelines. That is why today's announcement carries so much weight and so much hope. It's now officially confirmed that on September 21, 2025, Social Security will be sending out $5,100 in new checks, marking one of the most significant raises for SSI and SSDI recipients in recent history. This isn't just a minor adjustment or a technical update. This is a big moment that can change the way families budget, plan, and live. If you rely on SSI or SSDI, or if you have family members who do, this update is for you. And you're going to want to hear every detail because what's coming is not only about a check, but also about long-term stability and the recognition that beneficiaries have been waiting for. For years, beneficiaries have voiced concerns about the rising cost of living, the difficulty of stretching monthly payments to cover essentials like rent, utilities, medication, and groceries. Inflation has eaten away at the value of fixed incomes. And every year seniors and disabled Americans wonder if their benefits will keep up with the real costs they face daily. In 2025, the Social Security Administration, in coordination with government leadership, has finally acted on these concerns in a way that will not just provide temporary relief but also set a precedent for what's possible moving forward. The announcement of $5,100 new checks arriving on September 21st is not a random figure. It's the result of calculated adjustments designed to reflect the actual needs of those living on these benefits. So let's break down what this means. First, the date, September 21st, 2025, is not just another payday. It's the rollout of a historic increase. Beneficiaries of SSI and SSDI will see a payment that includes both the new raise and the adjustments that account for back payments many were expecting. The total comes to $5,100, which will hit bank accounts and mailboxes on that day. This isn't speculation, and it isn't rumor, it's confirmed. That confirmation is crucial because for months there have been whispers and uncertainty about whether benefits would rise enough to cover the gap between stagnant payments and skyrocketing expenses. Now, seniors can breathe a little easier knowing that the support is real and on its way. Why does this matter so much? Because when you think about seniors on a fixed income, every single dollar counts. An increase of this size is not just about comfort, it's about survival. For someone living with SSDI, dealing with medical bills, therapy costs, and daily expenses, this raise can mean being able to choose the medication they need without sacrificing food or utilities. For someone on SSI, it might mean finally catching up on overdue bills or being able to set aside a little cushion for emergencies. When you add it all together, $5,100 is not just a number, it's a breath of relief, a step toward dignity, and a recognition of the struggles millions face every day. This big raise also reflects the ongoing efforts to align benefits with the cost of living adjustments that Americans desperately need. Over the past few years, inflation has driven up the price of everything: housing, healthcare, transportation, food, yet benefits have not always kept up in proportion. This has created a widening gap between what people receive and what they actually need. The raise set for September 21st, 2025, is designed to close some of that gap. It's not a cure-all, but it's a major step in the right direction. The fact that this raise is paired with a $5,100 payout shows just how seriously the administration is taking this challenge. Now, there's always the question of who exactly qualifies for these payments. Not every American will see $5,100 arriving on that date, but for those receiving SSI and SSDI, the checks are confirmed. SSI, or Supplemental Security Income, supports individuals with limited income and resources, while SSDI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, helps those who have worked and contributed to the system but are now unable to continue due to disability. Both groups have long been at the forefront of the conversation about fair and livable benefits. This payment recognizes that reality. It acknowledges that for too long, many people in these programs have lived one unexpected expense away from crisis. The impact of this raise also goes beyond finances. Think about the psychological relief of knowing that the government has finally recognized the burden beneficiaries are under. Think about the stress that lifts when people don't have to constantly choose between buying groceries or paying for medication. This announcement, and the fact that it is confirmed, will bring peace of mind to millions. That peace of mind is invaluable. For so many seniors and disabled Americans, stability and predictability are just as important as the actual dollar amount. The confirmation of this $5,100 payout means they can finally plan ahead, knowing that this increase is guaranteed. There's also a ripple effect here. When beneficiaries receive a raise like this, it doesn't just sit in their bank accounts, it circulates back into the economy. Seniors spend locally, they pay for services, they support businesses in their communities. That money multiplies, boosting local economies across the country. It's not just a benefit for individuals, it's an investment in communities. That's why this raise isn't just good news for SSI and SSDI recipients. It's good news for America as a whole. Another key point is transparency. Too often, beneficiaries are left in the dark, uncertain about what's coming or when. This time, the confirmation is clear. The checks are coming September 21st, 2025. There's no ambiguity, no vague timeline. This clarity is crucial for people who need to budget carefully. Knowing the exact date and amount allows beneficiaries to plan their bills, their groceries, and their healthcare with confidence. This kind of certainty should be the standard going forward, and this moment sets an example of what communication from the Social Security Administration should look like. Of course, some will ask, is this sustainable? Will these larger checks continue, or is this a one-time adjustment? While the full picture of future payments remains to be seen, what we know right now is that this payout is designed to address immediate needs while setting the stage for ongoing adjustments. Policymakers have made it clear that the rising cost of living cannot be ignored any longer. While this $5,100 raise may not repeat every single year in the same amount, it reflects a commitment to make benefits more responsive to reality. That's something that beneficiaries, advocates, and policymakers will continue to push for. The truth is, the road to this announcement has been long. Advocates have fought for years to draw attention to the gap between benefits and actual living costs. Petitions, campaigns, and testimonies from seniors and disabled Americans have poured into Congress and the SSA. Today's confirmed announcement is the result of those efforts. It's a reminder that voices matter, and that collective pressure can lead to meaningful change. That's why this isn't just about a check, it's about the recognition that advocacy works, and that people who stand up for their rights can see results. And while we celebrate this announcement, it's important to remember that it's part of a bigger picture. Social Security itself is a cornerstone of American life. It was designed to provide stability in retirement and support for those who cannot work due to disability. Over time, it has evolved, but the mission has remained the same, to provide dignity and security. The $5,100 checks arriving on September 21st, 2025, are the latest chapter in that mission. They reflect an acknowledgement of the challenges of today and a commitment to keeping the promise of Social Security alive. This is the kind of news that people have been waiting for. It's not just an update, it's a lifeline. It's a promise kept, and it's a reminder that while challenges remain, progress is possible. So if you or someone you love is on SSI or SSDI, mark September 21st on your calendar, because that's the day when this confirmation becomes reality, when relief arrives, and when hope takes the form of a $5,100 check. And before we continue with more details and context, let me say this: if you find this information helpful, if you believe it's important to stay updated on Social Security news and benefit changes, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with others who need to know. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates and ensures that seniors and beneficiaries everywhere stay informed.